Bonjour.
Good morning. I'd like to read the stars, talking about truth with the feet on the floor, but the head in the space. We create indeed spatial vehicles, and our aim is to create them between nations. And with this mission, we are now the spatial startup that is the biggest growth in Europe. In less than 4 years, we have raised the biggest amount. We have built a company that only had 4 persons a few years ago. Now we have 400 people, a bit everywhere in Europe, also in the US, in Dubai, and we have sent 2 vehicles in space. So what are our truths? I'd like to share 3 of them with you today. The first one is that a company is a machine to create good. Our mission is quite idealist. It is to share, a bit like the fathers of Europe had created the SECA to protect steel and coal because they didn't want the war to repeat itself. We are convinced that creating solidarity is working for peace. And in a world that is being built around wars, that is more and more built around fights, we are creating another path, a path of collaboration, of technology sharing between the US and Europe. For example,
en Europe à 80% et aux États-Unis à 20%, et nous sommes la seule et la première entreprise européenne à avoir signé une coopération technologique avec la NASA, ce qu'on appelle un Space Act Agreement. Et
in between our 2 agents, our Mission Control Central is located in Bordeaux, in a direction with Houston. Another example, if everything goes well, by the end of this decade, we will take together Europe and the Arab continent through the Emirates on the moon. So the company is a machine to create good, and in a world where the politicians might have less freedom than the entrepreneurs, it might be our mission to create a freer path for each one of us. The second truth I'd like to share with you is an evidence. It's obvious, but it's essential that Europe reinforces itself, of course, through defense, with the technologies we are creating. We have just created our first element of thermic protection. It will be used for hypersonic rockets. We are the first ones to print niobium that is very useful for rockets. So we participate in this European defense that is very key. We have threats on the east, and where we don't know what direction the west will take. And if we look at Europe from the sky, we realize that, and we look at the world from the sky, we realize that the democracies are taking autocratic paths. So it's very important that we get reinforced. But it won't. Our construction is not only based on what we are against. It's also based on what we're in favor of. And we also propose a vision of our European citizenship. I will give you 2 examples. One example from the past. I had something to protect my hair, and we have to avoid any dust because it would get functioning in the capital. And the team has set a flag. We have 30 nationalities. So we had 30 flag. They had decided to a European flag. So the sense of who we are as a team had become European. This project that defines the path of what we want to be. And let's see, in a few years, we take off from Kourou with a huge vehicle that could be reusable, that we are currently developing in France, Italy, and I hope with Ukraine in a few years. And then we have a with astronauts from all our European countries. And maybe not all of them, we don't have enough room, but we have to be able to give shelter to 7 to 8 people. I imagine we in front of your screens or your TV, wherever the device would be at that moment, and you will be proud to be part of this whole that is Europe. This is the second truth I wanted to share with you through our projects, through our collaboration, particularly in Europe. We create this citizenship in the world, in Europe, that is very important for us today. And the last truth I'd like to share with you is a well-known French phrase. It's change is favorable to people who are bold. Let's be bold together. Before creating the expression company, I was part of Airbus, and I helped the company to create this one. Never in the world, facial apps, which is what we had been by the private sector. This is what we know. 90% of our investors are European, and we now have 27 or 30 different nationalities. So be bold. This is what we need currently. Those are my 3 truths.